Yes.
Did you pick him up or did he pick you up?
Well, I don't know because we met at an Ozzy concert. I just remember I wasn't at my seats and he wasn't at his seats. We kind of like moved around and got up closer. We were on the floor, and my girlfriend Colette and I I looked across the hall and the passageway, whatever. And I seen hair flying. I was like, God, long hair. That just attracts me right away for some reason. And and then he looked back, and I like kind of like looked away, and then I look back over, and he looked at me, and we kind of like look away, do one of these
Okay,
things where
yeah.
you're
I'm
doing
not
something.
interested, but I am,
And
but
then,
you can't
and
catch me
then
with the eyes.
we were waiting outside, me and Colette and I, for our friends, and they never showed up. And we rode the metro, and it was after 12, so obviously the metro is closed after 12. And we were like, oh my God, how are we gonna get home? And I guess they were like next to us listening, and they were like, hey, you need a ride? And we were like, oh, I don't know. We were like trashed, but so we were like, okay, yeah.
So that's when you
So
first met him then.
yeah.
And then it was after that was it. I
Yeah,
mean,
because
love at
we
first
rode
sight.
around all night, and we just had so much fun because we rode around and just got lost. Went from Virginia to D.C., back to
Oh
Maryland
yeah,
to
that always
D.C.,
happens.
back to Virginia, and we were lost for like 5 hours, and then we finally got back, and he's like, give me your number. And I said, I don't got a pen. So I break out my lipstick and I put my number on there. I was like, he ain't gonna call me,
That's great.
either.
So what do you look for in a guy though? I mean, like besides the hair, I mean, what is it that you, what do you like? Sense of
I like,
humor?
yeah, definite sense of humor. He's gotta like to go out and party and have fun and everything like that. But he's gotta be serious too. He has to have a life, and he has to, make some kind of income and whatnot.
And all that stuff. Okay, great. Well, thanks, and it's been real nice interviewing, and we found out everything we needed to know about Susan Jackson and her dating. About interviewing. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Okay, ready?
Dating.
Okay, when I
Yeah,
do
okay.
this,
About dating. Fine.
when I do this, that's
I'm David
the
Rona.
start,
That's my name.
okay?
By the way.
Okay. Hi, this is Susan Jackson, and I'm here tonight with David Rona on Rock Live. Well, David, I hear you're just the master dating man.
Where did you hear that from?
Rumors, it's just rumors. But yeah, I've heard you've been out with people and you know how to treat a girl. Do you think that's true?
Yes.
So where do you take a girl on your dates?
Usually out.
Out where? Like, do you go to clubs? Do you go to dinner? Do you?
Okay, see, it depends on the girl. If you see a girl that you want to go to a rock show with, then you can usually feel who people are. Like you, for instance, I'd probably bring you to a rock show. But with other people, you sort of say, well, what kind of person's that? What would they like to do? Or what would you like to do with that person? What would you feel comfortable with? That's maybe it. Like if I'm going to bring a 36-year-old woman out, I'd say, well, let's do, what would I feel comfortable with? I wouldn't want to bring her to a rock show. I might, if it's a good band, if I want to see, like if it's Van Halen, then we're there. But, maybe a play or something, something more cultural, something where you're like more contemplative afterwards, and you're going to see the play and you're going to discuss it over wine, and then,
You sound pretty experienced. Have you dated a 36-year-old woman?
Actually, Wednesday night.
Wednesday. How old are you?
28.
Oh, I didn't think you were 28. I thought you were younger.
No, you have to go through the mastery levels, and then you don't get there until you graduate when you're 28 with the dating master.
Oh, really?
Kung Fu dating.
So it's the youngest you've ever dated? I mean, at
Well,
around this age.
Yeah, my girlfriend now, she's 17. No, I'm kidding.
Robbing the cradle, are we?
Right. 20. Yeah, 20. I think it's been the youngest I've gone within the last 3 years. Yeah.
And what did she think about you being a lot older?
It doesn't matter. I mean, because obviously I appear to be about 12 or so. So.
12.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. I don't think that really affects. I mean, people who are concerned with numbers, okay, fine. It's a numbers game. It's like, oh well, if you're 28, let me get out my list. You're an inch too short, or that type of thing. Whatever. You're too old.
Did you feel that she was like any more immature than you were? Was she? Could you see the youngness in her and immaturity?
I see what you're saying, but it depends. It depends on the person. I mean, there's a lot of people who are older and act immature, and there's some people who really have it together at a younger age. It's really just a matter of being yourself. Being who you are, and if you can be in touch with that, then you can kind of transcend the age thing because you can be immature, but you can still be an adult. Kind of no matter what age you're at. I don't know. I mean, if it's like little petty type stuff, then then obviously I guess you have to adjust in the relationship or something like that. But
What do you look for in a woman?
well, she has to have she has to like me.
Well,
I don't know. It's a hard
that
one
would
to
help.
say. I think support is a major thing. I like having someone who could believe in you. That's real important. Someone who likes you, and physically, they have to be attractive, obviously, unless their personality is just. I mean, they have to have a personality as well. Personality is almost more important. But it's nice to have an equal. Like if they have a great personality and they look great, great. In stereo. No. And let me think. What was another thing I wanted to say? They have to look good. They have to have a great personality, and I guess that's really pretty much it.
Sense of humor or anything? Or?
Oh yeah, they have to have a sense of humor. They have to be able to handle my craziness. I think.
That would help.
I mean, if I come up with a joke or something stupid, they don't laugh, then I'm leaving. I'm sorry.
So you don't go after the reserve type?
No, I do just maybe to bother them.
To bother them. Have you ever went out with the reserve type?
No.
No.
They're usually reserved for someone else.
Oh, no. Well, is that 5 minutes?
Yes.
Well, maybe you want to say, well, thanks for joining us. No, I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks for joining
Well,
us.
thank you for joining us on Dave's tips for dating and his style of women.